Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to my channel here at Live Life in Tarot. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for being here. So glad you could make it. Aquarius, this is going to be your September 2020 monthly money and finances forecast and the messages that came through for you. And you got a ton of fucking messages. So let's just dive right in, okay? Aquarius, let's do this. Now, first of all, Aquarius, um, there's two groups of you, but one of those groups is a rather much smaller group here um, of Aquarius that this will pertain to. But first of all, there's two songs that came through for you, Aquarius, and the first one was um, when this old world starts getting me down and people are just too much for me to take. I climb way up to the top of the stairs and all my worries and fears drift into space. So with Up on the Roof, I feel like you are focusing on a way of escape to get away from all the hustle and bustle, to remove distractions so that you can get focused, or you're dealing with a lot and you're needing some alone time, or you're needing to create some sort of space for yourself, or to distance yourself where you have some alone time and the ability to recharge, or do something that you want to do. Okay, where you're trying to refresh yourself. For some of you are finding ways to, chill through perhaps some drink or some chiba. I don't know, but you're finding a way to cope, or it is a form of coping mechanism. You want to be careful with that, though. Anyway, the second song that came through is "Can I Live" by Hova, Jay-Z. Some of the lyrics are, well, we hustle out of a sense of hopelessness. Well, we hustle out of a sense of hopelessness, sort of a desperation. Through that desperation, we become addicted, sort of like fiends. We accustomed to serving, but we feel we have nothing to lose. So we offer our lives, right? What do you bring to the table? Okay, that is the message that's coming through for you. So I feel that you trying to make shit happen. You trying to live. You're focusing on, keeping one eye open, or you feel like you need to keep one eye open. You're trying to be prepared, or you're in preparing mode, or you need to get in preparing mode. You may feel stuck or stagnant, but some of you, your mindset is where you may lock my body or my physical circumstances, but you can't with my mind. You can't do that with my mind. Some of you are trying to figure out how to escape poverty, or having issues with being able to escape poverty. Um, but this is you searching for and needing and wanting peace. Okay? Or you may feel like you're doing things on your own, or you have a lot on your shoulders to carry. Anyhow, Aquarius, your energy and attitude towards your money and finances, you had two cards that came out. Now you have wealth, which is a 34 breaking down to a 7, and you have the bard. Music, poetry, myth, history, the enchantment of storytelling, which is also a 7. So what's interesting here is that you have two sevens. Okay? Sevens is the chariot energy. But also sevens speak to you trying to get victory, or you're trying to get recognition, or there's a need for you to get recognition, or you're all about just doing whatever it takes to get victory. You may be focusing on trying to express your individuality, or separate yourself from others and do your own thing, or go your own way, as it has to do with your money or with work. you may be at a period of making important decisions and choices, and there may be some confusion with your choice or choices, and there's a need for you to get control over your emotions. I feel like there is a lot of emotions that you're experiencing here, but with wealth here, I feel like you're trying to figure out how to obtain it, or you're trying to gather um, as much as you can. But what I'm picking up here for some of you to that regard, you're ghosting people or you're wronging people in order to do it, and that's going to be karma for your ass. Why I say that is because you do have that. What also came out for you, Aquarius, is you have invitation, chances are, and attraction. Okay, so we're going to get back to that in just a moment. But this here, attraction, that's that karma energy that I'm picking up here. So some of you are sowing seeds of karma or have sown seeds of karma where, you know, things are going, you're going to benefit because you sowed good seeds. Others of you, you're going to start seeing shit fall apart because you didn't do right by somebody, or you didn't do right in situations when you know you could have. So you may want to look at how you're going to fix that, because with the seven energy, this is you perhaps having confidence, or it's as a result of lacking confidence or being overconfident. This is you so focused on your ability or issues with ability. This is you trying to have or sustain yourself, and there may be challenges with encouragement or remaining encouraged, or your encouragement is so huge towards you sustaining yourself, that you're doing anything to have progress, or you're trying to do anything to have progress. And some of you, discretion is advised, and others of you, you don't give a fuck about discretion. So sevens talk about you. Some of you, there's a need for you to redeem yourself. Others of you, there's a need for you to just keep the faith. I do feel that there's some turbulence, no matter what side you're on in this, Aquarius, that you need to overcome, hurdles you need to overcome. But sevens also talk about experiencing some upheaval and conflict, or there's something going on with you spiritually that you need to address. Now, you could be coming out of this, or this is what you're going to be experiencing, but this is playing out in some way, somehow for you. There also may be a need to evaluate. um, be careful about making assumptions, focusing on what you can resolve, or perhaps you're ignoring something that you should be resolving, especially in the area where you're ghosting or not being accountable or not taking responsibility. And be careful about your vision on things. Like, what's your imagination around this? What are you after? What are you trying to do? I mean, I get it about wanting to make sure you're okay, but you know, those of you that what I'm about to say applies to, don't fuck over people. Okay. Try to have success, but you want to navigate stuff through will and determination that's coming from a good energetic space, because what you do, you creating karma for yourself one way or another, in a good way or in a not so good way. So be careful about that. Now, the chariot energy is also talking about, for some of you, you could be involved with or dealing with a cancer individual. The chariot is an energy where, you know, um, for some of you, money may be spent on transportation or on travel, where you may be getting a new car or needing to make a repair on your car, and or dealing with repair cost here. Um, The chariot is also saying there's a need for self-control, or you're trying to get some self-control. You're trying to forge your own destiny, or you need to be mindful about how you're going about doing that. Some of you, you're having issues with discipline. You may be lacking that. For some of you, you're trying to arrive to a specific destination. For some of you, there's a focus on needing a clear focus, or you're getting a clear focus. Some of you, you're experiencing scattered energy, And so because of that scattered energy, your focus is warped. You're not making as much progress as you could if you would eliminate the distractions or the scattered mindset or the scattered conduct that you may be doing. The chariot is water energy, feelings and emotions. Okay, so there's a need for more discipline, or you are looking at how to have more discipline. For some of you, you've lost direction and you need to recenter with the chariot energy. But also, this is about, as you deal with things, it's going to influence the way that you think, or the way that you're doing things is happening due to the way that you are choosing to think. But also, this is asking you to have some discipline and create some budgets for yourself. This is about you looking at how you can have forward movement and overcome the obstacles with work or with money. This is also saying don't let others push you around, but you shouldn't be pushing others around either. And your ability to go with the flow or steer things in the right direction is going to take a lot of hard work, and perhaps undoing some things that you shouldn't have done, or implementing new things so that you can improve your situation with this chariot energy. But there's a need for emotional self-control, to have fortitude and take responsibility, or take more control and responsibility of your situation and your circumstances here to improve it. Now, some of you are experiencing victory, or you're going to be coming into a space of experiencing victory. Others of you that have been experiencing victory, you're going to be experiencing some challenges and obstacles that are going to show up in your circumstances. Now, some of you're very focused on being very creative right now, where you're creating music, or you are expressing your talents. You may be writing, doing poetry. You may be studying the history of how you've done things, or needing to visit that. Some of you are telling stories, right? Where I'm hearing, I don't tell lies, I tell stories. Well, it's a fucking lie if you're lying. And a story should be in a book, okay, that you wrote. There's a difference, okay? Act like you know. So now back to that invitation, and chances are you are focused on the chances of something happening or not happening. You're focusing on your ability to attract something, or what you may end up attracting to yourself here. But I feel like karma is at play for you, Aquarius. So if you've been on the up and up, then the universe is supporting you. If you haven't been on the up and up, the universe about to check you on that shit, okay? So you also have manifest, which is the magician. Okay, so with the magician energy at this time, you are um, able to make money or get money, or money, you're able to make money, or your money situation is doing well enough with little to no effort on your part. You may be focusing on your desires and seeing that cash flowing in. Also, it is possible that something will appear that will allow you to make money through an idea, or through work on the side, or through a raise that you may receive. Now, as it has to do with work, you may be in your element, feeling and being very accomplished, where you are master at what you do and how you work, because you're able to draw on your experiences, your resources, your tools, your network to get the job done, even as it has to do with money, where you may find that you need to influence. But be careful about how you manipulate, or how you have been manipulating, in terms of business, in terms of money, in terms of work, because again, um, the magician has the ability to adapt and be cunning and crafty and to be able to dominate in a situation, but also to put to use through deceit getting there too. So you know what you've been doing. So if you need to make some changes, you better start now. But if you've been doing what you need to do, then you're going to be okay. You just got to keep up with it. Now, for some of you, you may be having issues and trouble or struggling in that regard of being able to try to manifest something, but you're in creative mode here. Some of you are concerned about what's going to manifest about around money and work for you. Some of you are seeing something manifest regarding money and work for you, where some of you, you're experiencing a positive turn with money, and others of you, what you were experiencing that was positive is shifting um, in a direction you're not going to like. Now, you also have journey with the bat, and you also have strength. So, this here is you going on a journey with money or finances, something that you are exploring, trying to navigate, or needing to navigate, that is connected to your need to be strong, or you're trying to be strong, you're trying to do everything you can to be successful. And with a bat can't really see, right, at night, or they at least do better at night. So be careful about shady dealings on your part or on the part of others. And there's a need for you to just have resilience to keep moving forward, but have some self-discipline, some self-control here, and focus on how you can best be efficient here. Some of you may be struggling with this journey that you are experiencing around your money and with work because of the changes, because it's hard to navigate, because things are just happening without you being able to have really any certainty. And so there's always a chance of something happening this way or that way, or you're trying to create chances for yourself or opportunities here that you want to attract. Just be careful about what you could be attracting to yourself. Now, you also have I am making decisions that support my future self. Are your money choices and decisions supporting your future? What does your future self want from you right now? Okay. So, what does your future self want from you right now that your future self is expecting to be able to have to work with in the future? So, this is you needing to focus on a long term game, or you're trying to focus on a long term game with money and with work. So, you may be trying to get more career oriented, or you may be focusing more on business or entrepreneurship and trying to come up with a revenue or money that allows you to be more independent, or where you are able to work for yourself. You also have harmony. Align your habits and actions with wealth in ways that are in harmony with your financial and life goals. So there's a need for you to do things that's going to allow you to have peace, or there's a need for you to bring peace to a work or money situation that you may have ghosted or wronged someone, because the karma on that, where you may have wronged someone, or if this has been done to you, is you're going to reap what you sow here. You're going to reap what you sow here. I repeat, you will reap what you sow here, whether it's for the good or the not so good, but it's going to be based on how you racked up your karma points. Okay, Aquarius? Now, you also have here, what does your soul scream? You also have transformation time, and you have close the loop. So what I'm seeing here for you, Aquarius, with these energies coming through, there's a need for integrity and follow through, either on your creative projects or with work or with how you're handling your money. But also there's a need for integrity and follow through with who you have ghosted or wronged for the sake of making sure you're okay. And I'm not talking about, I didn't pay that because I didn't have it. That's not that. It is, I didn't pay it because I didn't have it, but you actually had it. Now that's wrong. right? Because everybody's trying to do what they got to do here to be okay in these times. Okay. Now, with transformation time here, this here is about there's a need for you to let go of other people that you have or try to tell you that there's a certain way you need to be, or that you found yourself being a certain way because of them when that's not who you are. It's time for you to become more aligned with who you truly are. I also feel like there's a need for you to step into your power. There may be people you need to disconnect from, or you may need to look into new connections so that who you truly are, you can become more aligned with and operate in that regard so that you attract more of what you want in your journey with money and with work. Now, we close the loop here. I feel like this is saying it's time for a change. Okay, it's time for something to be let go of. There's a need for you to stop bullshitting. There's something that you need to fix around a situation with money or work because you're not aligned right now, and you know it. You know it, and until you deal with it the right way, this is why you're becoming more and more stressed, having more and more anxiety. So figure out what that is and get on it and handle it and set things right. Make those adjustments, okay? Do everything in your power to do what's right and be strong about that. Carnation, have a little compassion, okay? But be strong. What is it? Gentle strength. Now, you are giving away your power. You are a badass, so act like it. Get yourself, get over yourself, pull your shit together, help people, give back, do good shit for humanity. You hear that? That's what it is. So you are giving up your power because you're being a badass, or in order for you to get your power back, you in a situation or with money where you're beginning to lose in that regard. This is you needing to give back, needing to set things right, needing to be more structured, um, have more action and behavior that's in alignment to you being able to see improvements or maintain what you got going on here. Okay, because there's a need for you to get your shit together. Something's off and you know it. Now you also have fuck fear. It will lie to your face. You have make better choices. If you are pissed at where you are, then stop taking yourself there. You have fucking apologize. Seriously, just do it. Yeah, so there's somebody or someone or a few people that you need to make some course correction where you had an obligation or something that you needed to fulfill and you chose not to deliberately, and it wasn't because you couldn't take care of it. You wronged someone, and that's going to come back to bite you in the ass. For others, and so there's a need to also fucking apologize when you do it if you choose to. It's not enough to just be like, oh, kind of just slide that off and then move on. No, you need to apologize, okay, so you can set things right and get course corrected with the universe, or the universe gonna course correct your ass. Next, you do have with making better choices and fuck fear. I feel like you're experiencing bouts of worry and fear and doubt because of your money and work situation. Some of you, or with your creative projects or whatever you got going on, where you may be in a space that you've gone so long without doing something for yourself. By the time you treat yourself, you're all scared and shit. And for what? you know the attitude needs to be, there's more where that came from. The attitude needs to be, you know what, I'm going to keep pressing on. I'm not going to be afraid. I'm going to trust the universe to supply my needs. And then ask yourself, whatever you've spent, was it really ridiculous? If it was, then okay, go back and check that shit. But if you just wanted to get a little something for yourself, to make you feel good, You can do that. You should do that. Okay, that's actually recommended. Okay, in order to keep you in a positive vibe, and attracting what you want for yourself around money and with work. Okay, now you also have this. There's order and chaos. Okay, so you disorganized, Aquarius, or you're getting organized, or you need to organize. You may be feeling or believing that whatever madness or whatever chaos or how things are, disoriented, that you're able to still navigate and do what you need to do. Okay, maybe that's possible, but could it possibly be better if you organized shit and eliminated the chaos and come up with a structure and a plan and stick to it and be orderly and do things in decency? Now, for some of you, you feel like if you keep some shit going, it allows you to have some sort of control or to be able to maintain, or this is a form of protection. That's not going to work. If it has been working, that's about to change. You're going to find yourself experiencing a lot of anxiety and getting ungrounded, and you're going to make issues around your safety and security with your money and work in this regard. You also have you're aligned, not in line. Okay, so you are focusing on aligning with your purpose, or you're trying to align with your purpose. And there may be some discrepancy or issue with that because something about the way you're going about it is off, or needs to be addressed, or something needs to be tweaked. Okay, because you are aligned but you're just not in line, or something is taking some time and you just have to wait until what you're aligning with aligns with you. You do have your an addition, not a completion. Friend and teamwork. So hold on, because Aquarius, I feel you cringing like, what the fuck? What the fuck that supposed to mean? I'm an addition, not a completion. Well, what this is saying, actually, is that many of you are doing things by yourself. Okay. Um, or you think you're doing things by yourself. Like, it's more like you think you're doing everything yourself, when the truth is you have teamwork, you have support, but there may be a need for you to acknowledge that shit more and stop acting like there's no how they say, there's no I in team. So you may be coming across like you doing everything. The truth is you're not doing everything, and you're not acknowledging or showing appreciation to who in your corner, or who got your back, or who's going on this journey with you. Okay, and so there's a need to change that up and address it. For others of you, you are doing everything yourself. But that's by choice, because you won't let nobody help you when you have someone there who's ready and willing to support you, but you have a problem with opening up, or your pride is getting in the way. But it's not because you can't get help, it's you choosing not to receive it or be open to it. And you may need to change that because you may be becoming overwhelmed, or perhaps you're just too controlling, or you only want your input. And so it's no need to him and haw like you making all these fucking sacrifices when it don't even have to go down like that. You just choosing to make it happen. So don't get mad if you get side eye with people looking at you like, you get fuck out of here. I told you I was gonna help you with that, or I asked you what you need me to do. What can I do? And you was like, oh, I got it. Well, then I'm gonna treat you like you got it. So consider, reflect, and see what you need to do with that. Or this is the experience that someone around you is going through where you're involved, but there's a need for you to find some harmony with this shit. to balance things out because you want peace, or there's a need for you to get peace or create more peace for yourself around work, around money, around what you're doing or what you're trying to do. That you feel like, there's a lot of distractions or you got a lot on your shoulders where you want to go up on the roof to get away. And it doesn't mean that you can't get a moment to yourself, but if there's something that you can delegate or allow someone else to do, then maybe you should do that. You don't have to do this by yourself. You don't have to, you know, uh, a football game needs a team. The quarterback may be the star, but he can't be the star without his the rest of his team members. Okay? So, in terms of the messages coming through for you, Aquarius, for the month of September, you do have as the overall energy justice. So, you may be focused or dealing with a Libra, and you also have underneath that the Four Cups. So, there's some dissatisfaction, some sort of disappointment that you could be dealing with. And so, you could be focusing on a legal matter or worried about a legal matter or worried about a possible decision that's being weighed up concerning money or work where you know you're dissatisfied and bored with it, or you're trying to keep an eye on what's going on, or you're trying to avoid any new opportunities. You're focusing on your own personal goals before making any other financial commitments, or you're just bored by the whole thing perhaps, or whatever you're focused on that's maybe a legal matter or something that you are hoping to get in your favor, or you're not sure if you will, or you're concerned about how a Libra is moving. This is you being so worried about money that you can't even see any opportunities to increase money in front of you as a result because you're too fucking preoccupied. You see that? You can't even see that. You're too busy focused on something. You're too distracted. So there may be a need for you to take a step back and rest and really contemplate things. Now, for some of you, I'm also getting you're regretting something. You're regretting a decision because you know you weren't fair. You know you didn't do right by someone and it's plaguing you. And it's now starting to show up in your circumstances where you're starting to experience difficulties and challenges with money or at work because there's something you need to rectify and fix and set right here. Um, Justice is also asking you to be rational about your money and work situation. And if you've taken advantage of anyone, and some of you have, you need to fix that. But also be careful that you're not being taken advantage of either. You also may be trying to see about seizing an opportunity that you're hoping to be able to take advantage of, or you may be struggling with the ability to do that. Um, Justice is also saying that you want to try to um, do what's right and do what's fair and do things above board. But justice is also saying you're trying to have a balance with money, or there's a need for you to have balance with money, to manage your money carefully and have budgets that you will be able to make your money situation work for you. Also know if you're dealing with a legal matter or you're looking, um, you're looking for karma to happen to someone else or in a situation, just know the right thing will happen and you're going to get what you deserve, whatever that is, and so will whoever is involved here. So you want to do the right things, follow the rules and policies, no bending the rules. And if there's anything I'm hearing retract that you might need to retract, you might want to go and fix that because um, it's going to come back on you, or something is coming back on you because you didn't retract with the situation. So sorry to that Aquarius that happens too. In the meantime, some energy you're dealing with is you do have the Hangman with the Queen of Swords. So with the Hangman, you could be dealing with the Pisces, or sometimes for me it is like a Cancer energy. But you are trying to find alternatives because you're trying to come up with a logical approach, or you're trying to um, sort something out, or something's pending, or you're waiting for something, or you're looking to see um, what's going to be the truth in the situation, or there's a need for you to take a pause and get to the truth, or operate from a place of truth in order for what is on hold, or what you are looking for a solution with, or needing a perspective with, to see happen here. But I also feel you get some enlightenment around your money and finances situation, and that you choose to see how to address it. This, for some of you, this is correcting what you have done, or who you've wronged or ghosted. Now you also have the Page of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. This is more energy that's happening with your money and finances or work in September. So you're the Page of Wands because of this Knight of Pentacles. And that is, the Page of Wands is you observing something, surveying something. You feel like something may be going very slow, or you may be trying to see how to take responsibility, or you are very focused and determined to get something done, or take something in a new direction, or you are waiting for a response, or something's taking too long. The Knight of Pentacles is also, you're able to go in a new direction, or struggle with a new direction with money or with work, depending on the way that you conserve or be responsible, and how you, in your money practices, in your work practices, and how you deal with situations and people with this Knight of Pentacles here. This is also you, for some of you, you're receiving some sort of help, some sort of response to some help that you were trying to get. This is you perhaps focusing on um, some sort of low risk chance that you're taking, and wanting to see the chances on how something could work out. So you may be dealing with or doing some sort of short term work project that you're hoping to expand, but you want to test something out. But this is you hard at work. But some of you, you are surveying the situation to see how to get something done, because pages talk about you trying to go on a new path, or there's something you discover, or you have a certain vision about something, or you're investigating something, or you're looking at the variables with the situation. Pages are learning energy, so you want to be careful not to be impulsive or irrational or irresponsible. But pages, the Page of Wands is a doing energy. You may be seeing how you can get inspired with something, or there's a need for more information, or needing validation with something. Some more energy that you're dealing with is the Knight of Swords and the World. So this is taking some sort of action, asserting yourself in an aggressive way, as it has to do with money, in order to see some completion, or attain something, or bring something to a close. For some of you, there's some money that's being cut because a source of income is coming to a close. The Knight of Swords is also saying you're trying to come up with a strategy to attain what you want and see some completion here. So it's going to vary for you how this applies. But the Knight of Swords is also saying you could be dealing with some drama about something that you are waiting to see the results with, because it's taking so long, or you're waiting to get something done, or see something be finished. And there's issues around that, or there's issues around responsibility, or either on your part or whoever is needing to be responsible here. And so, as an outcome for you, you do have the Page of Swords with the Nine of Pentacles. And so, with the Page of Swords, you are the Page of Swords because of this Nine of Pentacles. So there is some sort of, for some of you, you get some sort of news or communication where you are able to gain, or you are coming up with new considerations for avenues of resource, or money. For some of you, you get news about money. For some of you, there's a need to, you're trying to protect your money and be resourceful here. The Page of Swords is saying that there's a need for you to be smart about your money and finances, and there's a need for you to protect your money and finances. But also, there's a need for you to make sure you have the knowledge and insight and understanding that you may need to have about a new endeavor, or around money, or around work, and make sure you have that understanding. For some of you, there's some sort of communication that's coming in about money or work, and that communication may be hard to hear, but it's still the truth, and it is affecting your what you gain with this Nine of Pentacles energy here. This is talking about you getting information about some substantial money, perhaps, or issues with a substantial amount of money. This could be you get what you are asking for, or you're having trouble getting what you're asking for, or you're getting support from family, or you may need to support family. Okay, so this is going to vary for each of you how this is playing out. So let's take a look at what some additional guidance can be for you. For some of you, you're going to have trouble gaining what you want to see happen or receive with money and finances. For some of you, you do gain what you are looking for, or there's just a need for a new plan in order for you to gain, or you're finding that you are on your own with something, or you're finding that something going on with money or work, you're choosing to be on your own about it, or you wanting to be independent, or you're dealing with some codependence. You have declutter. Thank you, Spirit. You'll find better and more focused. You'll feel better and more focused if you'll take the time to clear away clutter from your living and workspace. Donate what you can to help others who may need your items. Be sure to keep your schedule uncluttered as well. So there's a need to declutter. Declutter your mind, declutter any circumstances that are becoming clogged or blocked. Declutter. Some of you are experiencing blockages being removed. So again, it's all about how the karma is going to play out for you based on what you did or didn't do. Okay? Now at the bottom, we have organize for success. Do not let the word organize intimidate you, as it is simply a way for you to ensure clarity or purpose. Organizing your thoughts, your reports, your living, and your workspace and your finances will help you know and plan your next action steps. Some of you working harder and not smarter. Okay? Some of you need to consolidate. Some of you there's a better system or a better way of doing things, or there's a need for you to do something that allows for a better system or a better way of doing things that won't cost you as much money. I feel like something's costing you money, or something's costing you in some way, or with the way that you are working, or the system that you are using, or the way you're going about something, or the way you may need to be open to going about doing something. So chances are, if you don't deal with that, then you may get a rude awakening. Chances are, if you do, may have some improvements. But you are attracting to yourself, Aquarius. So be mindful how you feel, how you think, and how you conduct yourself, because your journey is going to be impacted by that, and there's a need to be strong either way. I hope these messages help. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, Aquarius.